Jack, I found you a thimble.
Oh, thanks, Uncle Arthur. I drew you a picture. It's by your...
Thanks, kid.
The first game on the list is Sons of the Forest. This game is the much-anticipated sequel to The Forest and takes survival mechanics to the next level. You crash land on a remote island, but this time it's not just the usual threats of hunger and shelter. Mutants and cannibals are back and deadlier than ever. The island is massive, with dynamic seasons that drastically change gameplay. For example, in winter, food becomes scarce, and you'll have to rely on stored supplies or hunting. The AI companions are a game changer. You can team up with Kelvin, who can fish and gather resources, or Virginia, a three-legged, three-armed character who can fight alongside you. This makes the experience feel less lonely without taking away the challenge. The game also features a revamped crafting system, allowing you to build defenses, traps, and even small bases to fend off threats. Whether you explore caves filled with mysteries or fight off waves of enemies, every moment feels tense and rewarding. It's an immersive survival experience that blends strategy and horror seamlessly. If you love The Forest, this is a no-brainer. If you thought the original Frostpunk was intense, get ready for a bigger and colder challenge in Frostpunk 2. This highly anticipated sequel takes place 30 years after the apocalyptic storm that defined the first game. Humanity is still clinging to survival, but coal is no longer the answer. Instead, the game introduces the oil industry as a new focal point. While this may promise progress, it also brings massive ethical dilemmas. Your role as the city leader goes beyond just building and surviving. You'll have to make brutal decisions about resource allocation, worker conditions, and societal laws. But beware, the people you lead are not passive. They will question, revolt, and even betray you if they lose trust. Managing their hope and discontent is as important as keeping the heaters running. The game expands on its predecessor with a larger map, deeper storytelling, and more intricate systems. Each decision ripples through your society, challenging your morals as much as your strategy. It's not just about surviving the cold. It's about defining the kind of society you want to build in a world on the brink. If you loved city-building games with a heavy dose of moral complexity, Frostpunk 2 is a must-play. Next game is Pacific Drive, a survival driving game that's as unique as it gets. Set in the mysterious Pacific Northwest, the game throws you into an exclusion zone filled with environmental anomalies, freak weather, and unknown dangers. Your sole mission? Drive, survive, and uncover the secrets of this twisted landscape. Your car is more than transportation. It's your survival partner. You'll repair it, upgrade it, and customize it to tackle the increasingly hostile environment. The game's roguelike structure ensures that every run feels fresh, with procedurally generated challenges that keep you on your toes. The world building is top-notch. You'll piece together the story of what went wrong in this zone through scattered notes, eerie landmarks, and radio transmissions. It's a gripping blend of exploration, strategy, and survival with a touch of mystery. Pacific Drive isn't about high-octane racing. It's about mastering the road and outsmarting the hazards. With its immersive atmosphere and innovative gameplay, this is a survival game unlike anything you've played before.
A remnant, which has taken the form of a car, and, well,
Get off the remnant thing. She's not gonna care.
right, like I said, superficials on business. Protocol, demands...
Next game is The Long Dark. It delivers in spades. Set in the frigid Canadian wilderness after a geomagnetic disaster, this game doesn't have zombies, mutants, or aliens. Just you, the cold, and nature itself. It's a hauntingly beautiful experience where every decision counts, and survival feels like a genuine challenge. The game's survival mode is its heart, offering a sandbox experience where you forage for supplies, hunt wildlife, and fight to stay warm. Weather conditions can change in a heartbeat, turning a simple hike into a desperate fight against frostbite and starvation. The game's realistic mechanics, like calorie management, dehydration, and crafting, immerse you fully in its unforgiving world. For those who love a story, the Wintermute campaign adds a gripping narrative layer, with rich characters and mysteries tied to the disaster. The voice acting and writing shine, making it more than just a survival simulator. The Long Dark doesn't hold your hand. It respects your intelligence and patience. It's a game where every fire lit, every meal cooked, and every night survived feels like an achievement. A must-play for survival enthusiasts. Next is Once Human. It dives deep into the post-apocalyptic survival genre with a unique twist. Cosmic horror. Set in a world where a mysterious substance called stardust has twisted reality. You play as a beyonder, fighting to survive while unraveling the secrets of this eerie landscape. The game blends survival mechanics with intense action and exploration, offering a fresh take on the genre. The open world is massive and teeming with danger. You'll craft weapons, build shelters, and scavenge for resources, but it's not just about staying alive. You'll face horrifying creatures corrupted by stardust, and even rival human factions competing for dominance. The dynamic weather system and day-night cycle add a layer of unpredictability, making every decision feel crucial. What sets Once Human apart is its focus on story and mystery. You'll explore haunting ruins, piece together humanity's downfall, and make choices that impact your survival and the world around you. Its striking visuals and immersive sound design create a sense of dread and wonder, pulling you into its unsettling atmosphere. If you're craving a survival game with depth, action, and a touch of the unknown, Once Human is one to watch in 2024. Next is Abiotic Factor. It blends survival mechanics with hilarious co-op gameplay, making it a standout in the genre. You and your team are scientists trapped in a secret research facility gone horribly wrong. Your mission? Survive the outbreak of bizarre anomalies, mutated creatures, and the occasional self-inflicted disaster. The gameplay combines resource management, crafting, and exploration with a hefty dose of humor. You'll scavenge for supplies, build defenses, and solve puzzles while fending off increasingly strange threats. Each session feels unpredictable, thanks to dynamic scenarios and the wacky interactions between teammates. Whether you're setting traps for mutated creatures or accidentally setting each other on fire, the chaos is part of the charm. Abiotic Factor stands out as a refreshing take on the survival genre. Whether you're working together or blaming each other for the latest mishap, this game guarantees endless laughs and replayability. If you love survival games with a twist of comedy and teamwork, Abiotic Factor is a must-play. Next game is Enshrouded. It blends survival mechanics with deep RPG elements, creating a unique and immersive experience. Set in a post-apocalyptic world overtaken by a deadly fog, you play as a Flameborn, humanity's last hope, tasked with purging the land of its dark corruption. The combination of base building, combat, and exploration ensures there's always something engaging to do. The game allows you to build elaborate bases anywhere in its vast open world. You'll scavenge for materials, craft weapons, and upgrade your gear to withstand the growing dangers. Combat is dynamic and challenging, with melee, ranged, and magic abilities to customize your playstyle. The enemies, from mutated beasts to fog-touched monstrosities, ensure no two encounters are the same. Exploration is key in Enshrouded, as uncovering the remnants of civilization reveals lore, quests, and hidden treasures. The fog is both a visual and gameplay element, adding tension as you delve into its heart for greater rewards. The game also supports co-op play, letting you tackle challenges with friends or build a shared refuge. With its rich world and innovative mechanics, Enshrouded is perfect for survival enthusiasts and RPG fans alike. Dive in and face the fog. You won't regret it. Next game is Palworld. It is a unique survival game that combines monster collection with crafting, exploration, and combat. Players capture and train creatures called pals in a vibrant open world, much like other monster-catching games, but with a twist. It includes crafting, building, farming, and battling alongside pals. One of its most distinctive features is the ability to use pals in combat, as well as for activities like working in factories or gathering resources, making the game a mix of survival and creature management. Palworld's aesthetics are colorful and charming, but the game contains some darker and more mature themes. Players can engage in intense gunfights, and pals can even be used for industrial work in harsh conditions, creating an unusual juxtaposition of child-friendly visuals with more serious gameplay mechanics. The game is still in early access, but it has already garnered attention for its blend of genres and quirky mechanics. If you like games with a unique twist on survival and creature collection, Palworld might be worth keeping an eye on. Next game is The Isle. It is a survival game that thrusts players into the prehistoric world where they must survive as dinosaurs in an open-world environment. The game emphasizes realism, featuring a dynamic ecosystem where players can take on the role of different dinosaur species and must manage hunger, thirst, and health. Players interact with each other, whether they're cooperating or competing for resources, and the game offers both solo and multiplayer experiences. The unique aspect of The Isle is its focus on role-playing and survival mechanics. Dinosaurs are not only tasked with staying alive, but also with thriving in a world where predators, prey, and environmental conditions all play key roles. Depending on the species you choose, the gameplay can vary significantly, from smaller, herbivorous dinosaurs focusing on foraging to larger carnivores that rely on hunting and territorial combat. The game's open-world setting, combined with survival elements and a variety of dinosaurs to play, creates a deeply immersive experience for fans of both survival and prehistoric life. While the game is still in early access, it has a dedicated fan base and continues to grow with new updates. Final game is Green Hell. It is a brutal survival game set in the Amazon rainforest. You must navigate its dangers, including wildlife, mental and physical challenges, and resource management. The game stands out for its detailed mechanics, focusing on health, stamina, and sanity. The deeper you venture into the jungle, the more intense the survival aspect becomes, as you battle hunger, thirst, injuries, and mental stress. Players must gather resources, craft tools, and build shelters while maintaining their health and sanity. It's particularly notable for its realistic portrayal of how environmental factors can affect survival. Whether playing in solo mode or multiplayer, Green Hell pushes players to stay resourceful and adapt quickly. With a gripping narrative, especially in the story mode, this game offers intense, immersive gameplay that draws you into its world. Whether you're a fan of survival games or looking for a challenge, Green Hell offers one of the most intense survival experiences available today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on the latest and greatest games. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. Got a game you'd love to see in a future video? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay tuned and see you next time.